next is ascend. Ascend. The death should not be of this body, but the death should be of the sanchit karma which are stored in your Sushumna Nari. So the Rudra should come in your life not to destroy you, but to destroy your karmas. And that will happen only when you surrender to the Rudra. When you drift away from the Rudra, then it's a Shiva the destroyer, and not the destroyer of people, but the destroyer of the sins. Lord Brahma gave birth. In the moment the birth is given, the three gunas, they come as a package. Narayana sustains you. And once you have, during your living time, and once you ascend and reach here, then is the anugrah. You become Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi. Then the third sound which was emitting from the Jyotirlinga was the Gayatri Mantra. Vedmata is the sound of the universe. So from where it comes, the goddess is sitting on the lotus. Here. So focus on your pineal gland. Where you have to focus? Pineal gland. And feel that the sound from the pineal gland through all the 1,000 lotus stays. Sit on the chin mudra. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Meditate on the heart. In the middle of the heart, there is a flame the size of the thumb. That is Jivatma. You all must be knowing medically the function of the heart is to pump the blood. But actually, the function of the heart is very big. It is the biggest electromagnetic field. And the yogis, they activate and expand this electromagnetic field. They become tejasvi. Chhuega to current lagega. Even Jesus Christ, if you see the photo, is a light here. They all are one. I don't find them separate. It's a Shiva Yoga lineage, in fact. It's a Shiva Yoga lineage. We respect our masters, all the Saptarishis, all the Shiva Yoga lineage here. So see the flame here. And When you will chant, see the sound is coming from here, and the electromagnetic field is making you tejasvi. So, just focus here. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. Om Brahma Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamrita. And the fifth sacred sound which was coming from the Jyotirlinga, focus on your navel here and feel that the sound is coming from here. And as the sound is expanding, the physical body is disappearing and you are becoming the body of light. All the tattvas are turning into the light. So, just here. Om Tattvamasi. 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 Through the Manipur chakra. And the sacred mantra is Om Mani Pamaham. Om Mani Pamaham. Om Mani. Actually, when the initiation is given, when a person comes, he has so many attachments. Attachments of infatuations, attachments of anger, attachments of sorrow, attachment with the limitations. So the first thing the Shiva Yogis, what they do is they make the disciple work on this. Because you can only rise, your energy is blocked here. And the Shaolin also say the back Manipur chakra. If it is blocked, the energy will not flow. So we open this. So the energy, Urdhva Reta Bhava, it was a Ashirvad. So this is how. So Bhagavan said, although you are the God, although you are me only, but if the responsibility is given to you, you must meditate and enter into the state of Nirgunavastha. And the scriptures, they say that for a very long time, the Narayana and the Brahmaji, they meditated. Only then they could create the Shrishti and look after. And Lord Shiva is always in a state of meditation. It's a message to all of you that as you are born, as you are getting educated, that is, you are learning about the external world. But there is so much of infinite wisdom inside. So you must find a guru. Take the Diksha, the learned guru, not the one which I just mentioned. I will not repeat that again. The Damda garbage, not that one, but the one who initiates you. So the inner journey, Lord Krishna said, it's a simultaneously. The growth has to be simultaneous. The external growth as well. When this Trigunatmak, Triguna is three gunas are awakened, then it gives birth. The first birth is ego, ahankara. For God's sake, please do not have ego. And by my telling you, you will not be able to leave your ego. You will have to meditate, you will have to purify yourself. And ego is the root cause of all the sufferings. Once Maharshi Narada, he was meditating in Himalayas. It is the place where the Lord Shiva was meditating, and the Kamadev came. And Lord Shiva opened his third eye, and the Kamadev was burnt. And then Lord Shiva said that so many yojans of this area, if anybody will meditate, Kamadev will not be able to disturb. Now the scriptures, they say Lord Indra was worried about his Singhasana. So he said, he told the Kamadev to go. Now Lord Indra is your Indriyas, the senses, because as you grow, you start taking control of your five senses automatically. So there is a fight of existence. And your Indriyas will say, no, I don't want to, lose control on you. That is Raja Indra. So when Naradji was meditating, Indra came. And the scriptures, they say, Pushpa Bana and Vasantaritu and Chamaka, all Apsara, everything. Whatever they want to describe. So he went on hitting Maharshi Narada. Nothing happened. He opened his eyes. He said, oh, the Kamadev is here and I'm not worried. So what happened? The ego came. There's the beginning of the downfall. Remember that. So Naradji got so much egoistic. He said, I must tell the victory I have over Kamadev. So till the time you don't find anybody, how can you satisfy your ego? If you buy a diamond and sit at home, how can you satisfy your ego? So he went to Lord Shiva and said, Lord Shiva, that is your blessing. Generally, it's an indirect ego. They don't say, no, I have won. So if a powerful person is there, he says, your blessing, I have won. I said, okay, Maharaj. So Lord Shiva said, okay, it's all right, Narada, it's all right. Hold on, cool down, and don't tell Narayana about it. And I think So, and he knew that he will rush to Bhagavan Narayana and he will not leave him like this. So he sent his 2 Shivaganas. He said, see, he is going to be in some trouble. Please protect him. So 2 Shivaganas, they were accompanying Maharshi Narada. So he went to Lord Narayana. Generally, with the veena, he will stand in front of the feet, When the disciple is with the devotion, he will sit 5 feet away. And when the disciple have a ego, he'll come very near to his guru and he's trying to whisper in his ear. So what are you going to whisper? It's something, I don't know. But I know it's nothing what the person is saying. He's showing so much of ego. So he went near the Narayana and said, Narayana, Narayana. His tone was different. Although he was saying, you know what happened? It's your blessing. He said, what is my blessing? He said, your blessing is the Kamdev could not do anything. I didn't have the feeling of sex or anything. I have won over sex. He said, okay, very nice. Okay, I'm going. So Bhagwan, he has the power. He is the creator. So he created a very beautiful township. And the township, there is a king, and the king has a very, very beautiful daughter. And the king is worried he has to marry his daughter. So he is organizing a Swayamvar. In the old time, the scriptures, they say Swayamvar. That means the ladies were respected, and it was their decision to whom they want to marry. The parents had to invite everyone, and they will say, you choose. So that is the Shiva Yoga, Sanatana. It is not that the parents they meet and Panditjis they meet and everybody meet, and then after that, decision of the fate of the girl is decided by some 4th, 5th, 6th, 20th person. No, it was that. So he was organizing. So when Naraji went, so the king said, oh Maharshi, please come, look at her hand. Does she has a nice fate? And the moment the Narada touched, and electricity, and so beautiful. So he said, hell to watching at her hand. He said, why can't I marry her? Finish. Story finished. Khallas ho gayi che. So he said, and then he started talking about his properties. So nice and so wonderful. He's going to be her husband. He said, okay. Then after that, Narada said, no, what to do. I look like a sannyasi, a swami, a veena, little ganja, little chutiya, and no girl is going to look at me. I must look handsome. So he rushed to Narayana and said, Narayana, Narayana. I said, yes, how come? He said, I have never asked you anything. Really? Yes. And now I'm going to ask. I said, what? Make me handsome. Give me a nice face. He said, yes, I'll give you, but face like what? So, Narayana is Hari. He said, face like Hari. Hari, Hari, Hari. And Hari means monkey also. He said, Tathastu. And Narada now is going like a kiss and a pour, rushing, let me go, my lady, she is, she is very simple lady, she's an innocent girl. Oh my gosh, if she put the mala on somebody else and no, none is good, I'm good. So he rushed and he saw so many kings sitting there. So Narada said, no, I will not sit in the end. I'll sit in the beginning from where the girl comes. So he sat there. So she came, a nice, beautiful lady, and she saw a monkey sitting here. She said, shoo, shoo. How come? How can't you people understand? Shoo away the monkey. And the Dwarpals, they chased away Narada. He was very upset. And the Shivaganas, those who were with him, they started laughing at the craziness of this man. So they laughed and they said, there's a water pond, just look at your face. When he looked, he saw a monkey peeping inside. So Narada was very angry. And the Shivaganas, they were laughing. So he, in the rage of anger, he cursed them. He cursed both the Shivagana. He said, Tum Rakshas ho jao. Tum Rakshas yoni mein paida ho. और मेरे मुंह को देख रहे हो, बंदरों के द्वारा तुम मारे जाओ. You'll be killed by the monkeys. So the Shivaganas, they were very upset. Now the Narada was angry. He rushed. He said, Narayana has not done good to me. I will give him my peace of mind. So Bhagavan, what he did, through his Maya, the same girl, he made her sit next to him as if she is his wife. He was so annoyed, he cursed Bhagavan. He cursed. He said, you are jealous. And see, my girl, you have snatched away from me. And the way I am so much upset without my lady, one day you will be crying for your lady. And you have made me the monkey. The monkeys will come for your help. Suddenly Bhagavan removed his Maya. And Narada immediately came to senses. The girl disappeared, the kingdom disappeared, everything. He said, I'm very sorry, I was ignorant. He said, no, you had to learn a lesson. You know, you had developed an ego. You didn't know that it was because of the blessing of Lord Shiva and not your this. And you know what happened? The curse of Narada, then both the Shivaganas, they went to Narada, now he is in sense. He said, Maharshi, what have you done? You cursed us. So he said, I'm very sorry. Now the curse cannot be taken back. But I want to tell you that you will become the kings of Asuras. And although you will be born as Asura, but you will be born of a Maharshi. And you will be a great Shiva Bhakta. And you will have enormous power. And Lord Narayana will come, reincarnate to free you. I bless you. And you know what happened? Those Asuras, one became Ramana, another became Kumbhakaran. Ravana and Kumbhakaran. So, to fulfill the curse of Narada, Narayana reincarnated as Bhagavan Ram. And goddess Lakshmi reincarnated as Sita, Sita Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram, Ram Sita, Ram Sita, Ram Sita, Ram, Ram Raja. Ram, Ram Sita, Rama Sita, Rama Sita, Rama Raja, Rama Raja, Rama Sita, Rama 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 So, Narayana reincarnated as Bhagwan Ram. That is why they say, Ram se badke Ram ka naam. Ram means Agni Bij. Ram means Agni Bij. And both the Shivaganas, they reincarnated as Ravana. Ravana was a Shiva Bhakta. He meditated, he did tapasya on Shiva. And he received blessing from Shiva. And same is Kumbhakaran. And his son, Meghanath, he was a Shakti Upasak. You know why I am telling you? Because I must tell you the truth. Because our history is been distorted and disturbed. I want you to correct that. The Ravana was a great alchemist. Ravana was Meghanath, Ravana, Kumbhakaran. They were great in Tantra Shastra, Mantra Shastra and Yantra Shastras. And because of his tapascharya, he had mastered all the Navagraha and all the gods, and they were sitting, he had established them in his Lanka. And the time when it was the curse of Narada that your wife, somebody will take away. But when the Sitaharan, the mother, was taken away, Ravana never touched her, for God's sake. He never touched the body of the mother. Kesh pakad ke leke gaya unko. And after that, to respect and to maintain the glory of the mother, she was not kept in the walls, but she was kept in open, Ashok Vatika. Can you all recall that? And there were no male guards, but it was the female guards. So, with so much of respect, it was because he wanted to get the liberation. He was a Shivagana. And in that, it was that mastery of the Shakti, of that sacred. You know, the yogis in the past, what they used to do is, the cosmic energy, like what I am teaching you, the sacred sadhanas of Shiva Yoga, immortals, the cosmic energy they used to build in the navel, Nabhi. यहाँ रखते थे हम लोग. And he had built up so much that when the Bhagwan used to attack him, immediately the cosmic energy which he had stored in his navel would heal his body. That is the sacred sadhanas of the Shiva Yoga immortals, which we. So, it is not only the Ravana, but the Shiva Yoga lineage, which is coming from Shiva, which is coming from Bhagavan Dattatreya, which is coming from Bhagavan Mahamrityunjaya. He had mastered that. So Vibhishana said, hit on his navel. It's a symbolic. He said, Yahan Amrit bhara hai. Amrit is what? It's the cosmic energy. You know? The Shiva yogis, they went to the Shaolin and they taught them how to make your body. So they don't inhale that much, little bit. And when the breath is not there and your movement is there, then is the cosmic energy. Your arm become like an iron. That's what the Shiva yogis from South India, they went to China to establish the Shaolin temple. It's the same. So when he was killed, when he fell down, the Ramana, even Bhagwan Ram, it is Bhagwan Ram, he told his brother, I'm reminding you people. He said to Lakshmana, go and take Upadesh. Upadesh means make him your guru. So when Lakshmana went, he said he is not speaking. He said, where were you standing? Near the head. No. When you go to your guru, you stand near the foot. That's why when you come to your guru, you must sit 5 feet away from your guru. Only then you can receive anything. You understand the maryada of Shiva Yoga. Now today, Dashera, we burn. It was not in the scriptures. It was not in the Ramayana Kal. It was not in Satyuga. It was when the India was slave. This was. Because otherwise, the Vijayadashmi is the Navaratras, the 9 Navaratras is Prathamam Shalaputri cha, Dvityam Brahmacharani, Trityam Chandra Ghanteti, Kushmandeti Chaturthakam, Panchamam Skandamateti, Shashtam Katyani cha, Saptamam Kalaratri chi, Mahagauri chi Ashtamam, Namam Siddhidatri cha, Navadurga Prakirtita. So 9 goddesses, 9th. And the 10th day is Mahishasura. So it's a Vada of Mahishasura Asura. So Dashmi is your day of sadhana of Mahishasura Mardana. Are you understanding? So please, because the society has gone so crazy, if I'll say, don't burn effigy of Ravana, they'll say, oh, you are taking side of Asuras. No, he was not a Asura. He was a Shiva Gana. He was a Shiva Bhakta. He was a great scholar. He was a great Pandit. He was the knower of Vedas, and he had to enact this drama so that he can be liberated from the Asura Yoni and go back to Shiva. So I'll request on the 10th day, when it is Dashera, it is the goddess overpowering the devil, and Mahishasur is the ego. So shed all your ego, and that is how it should be there. I'm going to tell you everything, truth, without anything behind it. So this is how, and you know, when the Lord Rama, he was crying. Ravana had taken away the Sita Harana. So he was crying, Sita, Sita, where are you? So Narada went to Bhagwan. He started crying. He said, Bhagwan, I take back my curse. Because of my ignorance, my curse, you are suffering so much. I take back my curse. You know what Ram said? Narada, I am the God. And see what is happening to me because of your curse. And if I give back my curse to you, you know what will happen to you? You will not be able to handle it. So it is something I have to experience, I'll experience. So I'll request you, whenever there is a suffering, learn a lesson, but don't fall down, don't collapse. The bad days, they never stay for long. It is there. And during that time, Lord Shiva with the goddess, they were passing by. And when Lord Shiva, so Bhagavan Ram as a Manushya Avatara, crying Sita, Sita, and like a crazy, he's asking the tree, have you seen my wife? He's asking the animals, the butterflies, have you seen my wife? He has gone crazy. So Lord Shiva said, Aapko naman karta hu. Bhagwan aapko naman karta hu. It is the symbol of simplicity, the God worshipping the God. There is no ego. There is no, main to Shivji hu. This is what is been taught to all of you. मैं शिवजी हूँ, मैं राम हूँ, मैं कृष्णा हूँ, मैं गॉड हूँ, मैं डेमी गॉड हूँ. ये ढक्कन खोलो, मेरे पास बहुत सारा गार्बेज है, मैं सारा डाल दूँ. तुम बोलो सत्संग करके आए हैं. No, this is ignorance, because those poor fellows, they don't know anything. So what he is showing to you, मैं नमन करता हूँ. So the mother said, what are you doing, Bhagwan? You are the God of the universe. You are the supreme and this human being. And you are bowing down to him. He is crying because he is so helpless that somebody has stolen his wife. How can a God let his wife be stolen? It's a theory of karma. It's a theory of karma. Whatever you create, you have to experience that if you have to come out of it. So it was the creation of Narada which the Bhagavan was experiencing. So the mother said, no, I doubt very much. Let me take Pariksha. And quietly she changed herself as Mother Sita. And she went to Bhagavan Ram and started crying, Ram, where were you? Oh my God, I was lost in the forest and how scared I was. And Bhagavan Ram looked at her and he bowed down. He said, Mother, I bow down to you. He never said, Sita, my dear, where were you? He said, Mother, I bow down to you. And how come you are alone? Where is my Bhagwan? So, Bhagwan Ram is telling Bhagwan Shiva, Mere Bhagwan. Bhagwan Shiva is saying, Bhagwan Ram, Mere Bhagwan. Bhagwan Krishna is going to Maharshi Upamanyu to take Diksha of Bhagwan Shiva and meditating on Shiva. And who we are, the crazy fellows, misguiding each other. Bhagwan, kisi ka? Hari Hara, Hari Hara, Hari Hara, Hari Hara, Tumi bhaj. तुम्हें भजले मना हरि हरा. The goddess Parvati, she said, "Oh my God, I have made a mistake. In reality, he is Narayana." She said sorry to him, and she went to Lord Shiva and said, "I extremely am sorry." He smiled at her and said, "You never listened to me, you never believed me." He didn't fight with her. But then he said, "You changed the form into Sita, so I cannot touch you as my wife." And that is how it happened. The whole incident of the karmic affair. Lord Brahma, Manasputra, was Daksha Prajapati. So he said, the Lord Shiva, his wife only can be Adya Shakti and nobody else. And we'll have to pray to Goddess Adya Shakti to reincarnate. And only then he'll be able to marry her. So Lord Brahma told Daksha Prajapati and his wife, "Please meditate." And they meditated on the goddess. So everywhere the Shiv Mahapuran is talking about, if you want to achieve anything, you are the creator. And you can only create when you ascend. You can only create when you build up your cosmic energy. And the mother agreed. She said, "Okay, I'll be born as your daughter." And Goddess Adya Shakti was born as the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. And she wanted to marry Lord Shiva, who was meditating. And you cannot reach him till the time you don't meditate. So the mother also did tapascharya. And same Nama Shivaya. I have taught you, how to do it. So when you go on doing it, then you don't remain you. And the day you don't remain you, then only the Shiva, it emerges. So when the Shiva Tattva was awakened, Lord Shiva married her. And the Shiva and the Sati. And this incident happened where the Sati didn't listen to Lord Shiva and she changed herself as Goddess Sita. So Bhagavan said, "I love you, but I have to distance myself from you because you change your shape. How can I touch you?" So she had to leave the body. And then it was the Daksha Prajapati who insulted Lord Shiva and said, "Yagya bhag nahi dunga." And the mother said, "No, he has not invited you. I'll go there." And when she was humiliated, you know what she did? It's again a yoga shakti in your navi. When I say the Dashagni is a fire is here. And this is what the Shiva yogis knew it. So this is the prana. And the apana, the fire she lifted here. And then after that she lifted here and ignited the fire and she immolated herself. It was the whole yoga method of creating. And the Sati. And that was the time the goddess in the form of Dash Mahashakti. The goddess appeared as Goddess Mahakali. The goddess appeared as Goddess Tara. The goddess appeared as Goddess Dhumavati. Goddess appeared as Goddess Bhuvaneshwari. Goddess appeared as Goddess Bhairavi. Goddess appeared as Goddess Tripur Sundari. Goddess appeared as Goddess Bhuvaneshwari. And Goddess appeared as Kamalatmika, the Dash Mahavidya. It is the 10 bhava of the Adya Shakti. The enormous power of the Mula Prakriti was there. And when the different parts, the Shiva was holding the body of the mother, and he was so much sad. So Lord Narayana used his chakra, and the body was disintegrated into many parts. And wherever the parts of the mother's body fell, that is the Shakti Pit. Where the mother's eyes felt, that is called Naina Devi. And it is that place when I was meditating in the Himalayas, I reached there, and there I received the blessing of the mother, the realization of this. And literally, and then I went to the goddess, the Jwalaji is the place of goddess Dhumavati. And in our Shiva Yoga master, Bhagwan Gorakshanath Sthan is also there. When I was traveling at Gomakar Sadhu, so when I went there, I literally, will you believe it or not, in the night when everybody has gone, the fire was there. So I said, Mother, I have come. No, all the way I have come. Won't you come near me? And the fire, it came, so much fire it came and touched my body. And it was very soft. Dhumavati Ma is Ugra, but when you meditate on her as the mother, she becomes the Samya. So there is the different sadhanas on the Dasha Mahavidya. One is the Sakam sadhana, I want to achieve this. And one is out of love for the mother you do it. And that is what everybody should do it. Because every sadhana you must ascend, every sadhana must purify your consciousness. So, I have explained to you, but remember, I'll request you, please do not use derogatory word for Ravana, Kumbhakaran and Meghnad. They were the Shiva Bhaktas. They also used to meditate on Shiva. It's the Shiva Tandav Stotra when you sing. It is Ravana Krita Shiva Tandav Stotra. And in fact, about the martial art, which I want to explain to you, I appreciate there is so much of Tibetan is there. The Buddhist is there. But I would like to explain to you that the Bodhi Dharma was introduced from India, reintroduced from India, when the king Siddhartha, he attained the Bodhitva, he became the Gautam Buddha. And what meditation he was practicing, Goenkaji revived that, and that was Anapanasati. It was watching your breath, and he called it as Vipassana. And this Vipassana is one part of Vijnana Bhairava. Lord Shiva, whatever way of self-realization is, so it was one part. Everybody was knowing it. Now, when you talk about the martial art, when you talk about this, I would like to tell you about the history that Bhagwan Parshuram, Maharshi Parshuram, he was a Rishi Putra. So first of all, he was not a Brahman. Because there is no such thing called Brahman for Shiva Yogis. There is no such thing called Kshatriya for Shiva Yogis. There is no such thing called Vaishya for the Shiva Yogis. There is no four varnas. as far as the Vedic knowledge is concerned, as far as the Shiva Yoga knowledge is concerned. He was the Rishiputra. And he meditated, Bhagwan Parshuram, because he is one of our Guru of Shiva Yoga lineage. He meditated on Lord Shiva. And in fact, his father was killed by a king because he had a Kamdenu cow. So the king wanted to have it. So he was very angry. So he meditated on Lord Shiva and said, give me the power so that I can become enormously powerful and I become a warrior. So there is a teaching that if you have to become the warrior, you must build so much of cosmic energy. The Chinese, they call it ki energy. And our Shiva Yoga practices are, we built in our cosmic energy. So that's what he practiced. And after that, he, for 24 times, all the kings, it is wrongly mentioned in the scriptures, 24 times he killed Kshatriyas, it is not caste. It is the kings. And he killed. And then his ancestors, they came to Bhagwan Parshuram and said, please stop it. We are not going to be satisfied with this bloodshed. So please go to Badrikashram and meditate. He started meditating. And Lord Shiva had given him the bow, Dhanush. And it was so heavy and so big, it was lying in the kingdom of Raja Janak. So when Bhagwan Ram came, so the Sita Swamvar, he said anyone who is very powerful will have to Pratincha Chadaiga. That is the thing he is going to try it. Everybody tried. When Bhagwan Ram, he tried doing it, the bow broke. He was so powerful. Now that power, in fact, I was taught when I was very young by a 100-year yogi. They are those weightlifters and all that. They could not lift that weight. But this person, thin-looking, frail-looking, 100-year-old, he was lifting all that weight like it's a paper. So I said, how come? So he said, because it is not your muscle power, but it is your cosmic power. And that's what I learned from him. And that's what the Maharishis, they were practicing. And that's what is coming from the lineage of Parshurama. And in fact, all the Shiva yogis, they are supposed to give life. They are not supposed to harm anybody or hurt anybody. So all our practices was to build up the cosmic energy inside. It was the practices of the Shiva yogis, those who were becoming immortals. And from South India, it is the lineage coming from there. From South India, the Shiva yogis. They used to travel to China. Please check the history, what I am speaking to you, and you shall find the truth. So they used to cross over the China wall. And then there the dacoits, they used to attack. But they were surprised that these fellows, they have no weapon, but they cannot harm them. Because of those Shiva Yoga practices, because of building in the cosmic energy. And then they went to the king and they said, we are setting up, it's a peace. It's a peace, it was a Shiva yogis. Later on they said the Buddha, but it was the Gautam Buddha was much earlier. It was much later, whatever you call it, So these teachings, they went much earlier to China. And there they started practicing those Shiva yogic practices. And then after that, the warriors, then they started mastering the 5 elements. And it was in our scriptures, even Hiranyakashyap, his sister had mastered the fire element. So that's how it went. And you Feng Shui, when you see the laughing Buddha, are you aware of the laughing Buddha? They call it. Please look into the history. He is a Tamil, South India. He is a Shiva yogi. So these all are the sacred science of Shiva Yoga. I would love to teach all of you. You must